Excuse me. It's an interesting time for you guys because I think a lot of people are always going the indie route, which is where you guys came from. So what's the deal like? Obviously, you guys have probably full artistic control. Warner's helping out. How did this whole thing happen?
Okay. How it actually began, I'm a director for Syndicato Productions, so I do music videos for Warner. And then I heard na they're coming back and they really want new artists. So they asked me if I knew someone. And just so happens I manage 5 bands. And with that, they really like Autotelic. Pinagkilala kasi Autotelic, no? Although Autotelic kasi has a contract na it's for a competition, so hindi ko pwede. But with that, they heard Sud and Aleph, and unique kasi yung voice nila. And I don't manage bands na same yung tunog. So they really love, lahat gusto ng Warner yung sound. So it was really exciting with that. So after nun, I met Miss Latch. Si Miss Latch was so kind to us and she became instant fans of Sud and Aleph talaga. And yun, we really made it happen. Actually, we've been talking for a long, like 2 months na, but we're so happy na they're part of Warner. Quick story lang, like the first band that I managed was band ni Aleph. She was my intern before, and then with that, nakilala namin siya, tapos ang galing pala niya kumanta. That was after na siyang intern, tapos parang magaling pala siya kumanta. I know she's pretty girl, di ba? Tapos yung voice pa niya, it was very unique. So with that, we created a band around her. Yung sa part of the band was Simon of Julio, Sud of Sud, and then parang later on, parang si Aleph realized na, I mean the whole band realized na si Aleph mas bagay ng solo artist. But with that, I supported the other bands. Yung si Sud and Julio, and yun, eventually Autotelic. So, yun, parang that's how, yun yung story na yung tatlo. And then the whole band, yun, how we all met.
Music and friendship. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, sir.
So how do you define your music ngayon? And what can you say na what's something unique about your music or your band?
Um, me, well, I think that I've been told by people in the past to write songs na ano yun, uh, pop, pop sounding, and that you know that everyone is going to love. But anyway, like the stuff that I really want to write, it's kind of different. I'm very wordy. Medyo literature ako magsulat ng songs and stuff. My lyrics might be a puzzle to most people, pero if you dig deeper, you're gonna see something in there. And in terms of the music itself naman, I there are some songs acoustic lang, so it's very simple, and there are some heavy on drums and bass. So may pagka tribal dating siya, and somewhat ethereal, cosmic, something like that. So, shut up. So I think that's what makes it unique in a way. I'm still, Trevor, right now, I'm just starting out. I still don't have that definite Aleph sound. In my opinion, I think I still don't have that. So I hope that with the help of Warner and these dudes beside me and friends, I'll be able to actually create the sound na identifiable talaga as Aleph once na una parang narinig. So, yeah. Did that answer your question?
Yung sound namin before kasi sobrang malayo pa dun sa sound namin ngayon. Before, tumutugtog kami ng medyo alternative, mas tunog, indie, incubus na, parang ganun. Tapos parang, tapos nagawa namin yung isang song na title is Melody. Tapos dahil dun sa song na yun, nag-decide kami na, nag-stick kami dun sa ganong genre, na alternative soul. Yung sound namin, well for me, define yung sound namin na sexy pero, sexy pero medyo conservative. Kasi yun yung parang hindi ka may hiyang iparinig kahit sa parents mo. Na hindi siya malaswa, pero may konting kilite. Parang ganun. Yun yung gusto namin ipalabas. So yung mga songs namin ngayon, sexy siya pero parang radio friendly pa rin. Tapos sobrang nagustuhan kasi tumutugtog kami sa mga bars, sa mga gigs. Tapos sobrang nagustuhan ng mga tao yung ganung vibe. Kasi hindi ko lang alam, pero yung halos yung mga nakasabay namin, wala kaming katunog, medyo parang ganun. Yung sexy na pagka-R&B na pagka-rock. So, ayun, nag-stick na kami dun sa parang magi na umil, pero medyo bastos. Like, ayun.
Wait, follow in line with that. I think kanina it was obvious that Aleph was writing from a very personal experience and personal feeling. So this whole sexiness thing, is it coming from personal experience?
Yung pagka-sexy, kasi parang sina-channel lang, yung pagka-sexy, yung Mark, sina-channel niya yung pagka-sexy niya sa pag-bass niya. Si Jello, itong gitagisa namin, minsan mag-isulat siya ng lines na, alam mo yun, yung hindi bastos, pero may ganun. Tapos, ewan ko, hindi naman kasi ako or kami sobrang sexy na tao. Siguro, gusto na lang namin pakita na sexy kami through our music. Yun na lang. Plus,
plus, I think, just to add to that, there aren't a lot of bands who are brave enough to talk about the sexual side of relationships, especially young bands. Palaging it's always the PG-13 type of love, but I mean it's a reality, and I think that's lyrically we come from something. Hey, this is also a reality, and that's why I think people. This happens, and that's why people like actually connect. Oh, no, this is that, but you don't hear it much because a lot of them would censor it. Yeah, but we're not super busted now. Just clarifying, just a bit.
yun lang.
So before Warner, ano yung ginagawa nyo? Were you doing gigs? Sumali ba kayo sa singing contest? Or do you have day jobs?
Before itong Warner, sobrang kumakayod kami sa mga bar, sa mga gigs. Yun yung namin kasi kahit sobrang, minsan walang bayad, minsan maliit bayad, okay lang sa amin. Minsan sobrang layo. Minsan may mga point na minsan wala nang tao sa bar. Pero dudugtog pa rin kami kasi gusto lang namin ilabas yung inner namin, inner sexy. Na kahit mo ano naidinig, diba? At least na-release mo. Kasi mahirap yung naiipon sa loob. Mahirap yung naiipon sa loob na kailangan siyang ilabas para maging hawaan. May one time nga na yung mom lang ni Mark yung nanood ng gig. So, thank you, tita.
Ako naman, almost the same with Sinasud, because we would play in the same venues din. Pero before I met Enzo, I used to join like singing competitions. Don't hate on me, guys. Yeah, like for TV and stuff, but of course not. It's because, I hindi kasi ako mabirit. It's not, it's not my forte. And honestly, in this country, the higher you can sing, the more famous you get. So I was never accepted in any of the auditions. And yeah. And then Enzo found me and he decided to do some magic.
For them naman in general, lahat sila parang nire-require, hindi mo nire-require, but I highly recommend them to have day jobs talaga. Para lang may magsusustain kasi I want yung music nila to be yung passion nila. So pag gabi, do something you're passionate about para when you're in the gig, you're not stressing about, shit, may bayad pa to. It has to be, since art siya, it has to be fun. Kaya walang limitations sa kanila. That's what I also love sa Warner kasi they really want to develop. Talagang pro artists sila. Na parang you can do whatever you want naman. Siyempre, may konting limitations about some stuff lang na pagka masyado nang yung ginawa mo or yun. But aside from that, well, sa amin rin naman naka-instill na rin sa kanila yun. But at the same time, it's parang we try, it's fun working with Warner rin because there's a playground, especially for indie artists now. Parang may playground sila na pwede mo paglaruan kahit ano, and will support you whatever you do. So ganun yung management namin, ganun sila, like they support each other very well. And like, we're happy na Warner is a label that supports that.
Siyempre, di ba, you're starting in the business. So, what are the struggles that you're facing in terms of, promoting your music? Since nowadays, we all know that music industry is not, hindi siya ganun yung ano ngayon kasi may digital na tayo, music. So, we have the YouTube and everything. So, what are the stuff that you're doing to, to surpass those struggles as an artist?
Yung ginagawa naman namin sa part ng suit, yun nga, sobrang gumigip kami. Kasi minsan, doon yung doon mo makikita yung talagang listener. Doon sila yung pupunta talaga sa mga gigs nyo, bibili ng merchandise, ng albums nyo. Tapos, parang from pagka napanood nila kayo, tapos nagustuhan, sila na yung sila na yung nagkakalat minsan eh. Sobrang madaming beses na nangyari yun na parang bigla na lang may kilala ako na hindi ko pa siya nakikita sa gig pero bigla na lang sinasabi niya, "Oy, Sud, ang ganda ng music niyo, okay yan. Tuloy niyo yung ginagawa niyo." Tapos yun lang, tuloy lang kami sa pag-gig. Tapos sa Facebook, online, talagang share sa Twitter, share namin kunwari may bagong nag-video nung set namin, share namin para dun sa mga hindi nakapanood, may access pa rin sila dun sa gig. Parang nakikita pa rin nila.
No, just to add to that, if you're talking about YouTube and all the digital stuff, we as an artist, we have no quarrels with it. We work with that concept because a lot of audiences also discover their music through those platforms. So talaga yun nga, if someone takes a video of our set and they share it, I mean it becomes a sort of a monster of its own. We don't even have to tame it and stuff. So I mean it's just big words. Monster. But yeah, I think you get what I'm saying. Like, it just works. It runs its course.
And just to add on the Warner side, just to let you all know, digital now is not a struggle for music. It's actually a platform. Kasi it's easier to spread their music using digital. So we don't have to think of it as a struggle or an obstacle. We have to think of it as something that we can explore more. Because it's easier to spread their music, their talent, using the digital platforms that we have.
Same as all of everything that they said. Amen.
Yeah. It's different now yung maraming struggles nga and everything with piracy and everything. Pero I think yung industry now is very healthy, especially na for example na Warner believes very different yung sound nila, not very pop, diba? Pero now mas accepted na yung these types of artists and people believe in it. They can sell maybe abroad, maybe sana rin here, no? Diba parang ganun yung sound nila. So, maganda yung ginagawa ng Warner na it's not just diba, the typical boy group or a band na pop, diba? So it's really maganda yung industry now. So I think yung digital naman niya, it helps us more than anything kasi it allows young artists kahit ano, diba, you don't have ang gawa ng music video pang record, but you can just use your cell phone and upload it on YouTube so, and be heard, diba?
So, my question is, kasi di ba, kumbaga, medyo indie groups kayo nag-start. So, ngayon na you will be carried by a commercial company na, how do you plan to keep the identity intact? Kasi syempre, when sometimes may nangyayari sa mga artists, yung parang, dahil na-carry na sila ng bigger recording companies, parang nawawala na yung original nila, parang I don't know if it's hindi naman dictated by the company or dictated by the public, parang nag-iiba na yung rap, yung original music nila. Like kayo, kasi sobrang different parehas eh. And it's not very common. So, medyo meron akong idea na parang sana ma-maintain, if ever.
Yun yung sinabi naman sa akin kasi ng Warner, na yun nga yung kaya din kami sobrang gusto namin yung ano. Kasi yung creativity sa amin pa rin, parang as long as gumagawa kami ng kanta, susuportahan nila. Ay, yun lang naman yung kailangan kasi ng artist eh. Kahit anong ginagawa niya. Basta may suporta. Gaganda yung ginagawa niya. Kaya tapos, diba, may magbubunga doon na maayos. Tapos, yun. Basta, yun yung gusto namin kasi may suporta kami from Warner.
Yeah. Basically, what do you call this? How do I say this again? Nagkakaroon ng change dun sa music ng artist. Especially because the music that they used to be selling does not sell well anymore. I think what we plan to do about that is to I don't know, look more into, because honestly, like, well, I'm sure my stuff might not be accepted, like, with open arms in this country. So, they might bring our music somewhere else first to sort of build up there, so that we won't have to sacrifice our own musicality and uniqueness as an artist. Tapos, yun, Warner told us na, ingat, they will be the ones to handle the marketing stuff, distribution, licensing, and kami bahala sa music. Yeah. So, yeah. Yes. It's really, really good. So just as long as we don't make, bad songs, we will not have to do novelty songs.
What do you have to say naman to those naman na parang artist na parang nag-start na medyo indie, then parang nalihis na sila? What do you have to say naman sa mga ganun? Is it something that you parang feeling nyo sayang that it had to happen to their complete musicality nila na sacrifice? As someone na kumbaga mag-start pa lang.
For me, it's the same goes for like our artistic freedom. That's our artistic freedom. I mean, if they allowed it to happen, they probably are into it also. So I think that's just to each his own. Like, of course, in like a personal level, you have bands that you really like and really admire. That parang, oh, niliba yung sound. I like this, like the last album. But yeah, that's basically their artistic freedom at work there. Hi, Mark.
So with the partnership, may timeline na ba kayo? Like, do you have this album launch, gigs, ano pang platforms na itatry nyo?
As of now, what we're gonna do, They have a new single pareho. Actually, you can hear it later, paparinig namin. You'd notice, kunyari for Aleph, she's not acoustic lang talaga. Yung music na later, makikita niyo, maririnig niyo yung influences na yun. It's so different, parang Florence and the Machine, very unique. And then for Suit also, they have, yun nila tinutugtog kanina, it's called Profanities. So we're gonna start with that for this year. So talagang we're focusing on singles for now. Eventually, parang let's see where it goes. If it's gonna be an album, an EP, maybe perhaps, or distributed digital. But those two songs, they have a single each, and we're gonna upload it soon talaga. Para lang marinig. And then, yeah, music videos for them. So, yeah, I hope you guys support them. Sana, for as long as you enjoy their music, please support them. Parang yun naman yung ano, they're enjoying what they're doing. If you enjoy what they do, support na lang.
May question. Siguro, para dun sa iba natin naririnig. Well, beside of course sa music, ano pa yung iba yung interest or passion na you guys enjoy together or share as one group?
Like kami?
Yeah.
Well, I play League of Legends with him and
Okay.
and
Video games.
yes, video games usually. Pero this guy plays the basketball stuff. Diba? I did FIFA. FIFA video games. We also like to. What else do we like to do together?
Art.
Yeah.
We like to art.
Sometimes we drink and then we make like improvised songs on the spot and record it and then we listen to it when we're sober and somehow it sounds good. Stuff like that. Iba-ibang trip. Minsan food trip din. Yeah, stuff like that.
Do we do together?
The voice of
There's a generation gap kasi.
Okay.
Well, I hung out most often with Mark. And so parang kami nerd sa recording. So, yun, makes you face the wall.
Whoa, guys! Whoa, face the wall.
Face the wall, diba? Tapos, not stuff with ano, but basically, how long have I been with you guys? 3 months?
3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. Actually, there was another sax player, which I don't mind, and he was my grade name, so he asked me, session lang muna, then he asked me. I was playing in several groups before. So when we say about the generation gap, it's a real generation gap. It's real, it's a real long generation gap.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like that.
Kasi our management is called Save the Day. So yun yung ano namin, for me, we treat it as a family talaga. So parang magkakaayaan sa Viber, we have a Facebook group na parang anong gagawin nyo tonight, kita tayo ganito. Or sometimes you watch a movie, sometimes magsusupport ng ibang banda na part of the family, so supportahan. Ganun. So it's really more of hanging out, enjoying nood ng TV series, or laro ng video games, or kahit anong matripan lang ng isa para sinasakyan namin and we just have fun. Pero I think yung mag-define talaga sa amin, we just really want to have fun and yung pinaka namin is our conversations. Talagang hindi kami magsasawa magkwentuhan, parang
Kahit sino yung kasama namin, kunwari. Kahit sino yung kasama namin, kahit sa ibang bands, ano yun. Alam mo yun, tatagalan mo, parang kaya mong samahan yung trip. So parang sobrang malaking pag-meeting mo talaga. Tapos, mahilig kami magluto. Ako. Tapos, kakainin nila Mark.
Yung inclusion ng sax player, was it original ba? As in, when you started, you really had a sax player na. Plus the concept of yung sexy, what do you call it? Sexy jazz ba? Parang, was it originally ba kayo lang, then you added sax? Kasi parang, when I listened kanina, parang feeling ko, medyo bukod sa voice, there's also, yung sax talaga medyo yung major factor why it sounded very sensual. So, parang was it original? Sensual. So, diba? Was it an original idea ng ganun talaga with sax player?
actually,
sobrang daming changes sa original. Kami yung isa yung original members.
I see.
Tapos, dami nag-switch out. Tapos may experiment, parang may keys pang gano'n. Actually, keys kami. Tapos, well, din namin mag-sax. Yeah, actually, nung namin isa. Tapos yun, fortunately, we saw together.
Ang nangyari kasi nun, parang nagkaroon ng guitar, tapos umalis, tapos parang kailangan pala ng software kasi tinry namin mag-work na apat lang. Guitar, ako, bass, si Mark, drummer Jimbo, tsaka yung nag-listen, si Colin. Pero sobrang butas pa rin yung sound. So, sakto yung friend ko na drummer, sinabi niya na may naghahanap sa film music na ng band, sax player siya. Tapos, so tinext ko, yun yung friend ni Carlos. So tinext ko siya, niyaya ko siya mag-jam. Tapos after nun, nag-work naman. Tapos kaso wala siya palagi sa Manila, sa vacation siya palagi. So si Carlos yung nag-session, until si Carlos na talaga yung nag-stay. Siya yung dumikit eh. Siya yung malagkit. So, ayun, yun naman. Salamat din kasi, alam mo yun, ang hirap maghanap ng sax player. Lalo na kung puro kami, hindi kami yung sobrang matatanda.
Hindi nila generation
Oo, hindi. Yun nga. Kasi ako personally, wala akong kilalang sax player na ka-age ko. So, sakto, yun nga, dumating si Carlos. Mukhang 28 lang. Ayun.
Do you have any last few questions? Yeah, para sa bawat isa sa inyo, para marinig naman yung boses ng iba, anong age ninyo na-discover yung musicality niyo at anong instrument ang piniplay niyo? And kung halimbawa sa pagkanta, katulad sa
Anong age naman age?
Oo nga pala, additional pa, anong age ninyo?
1983. Well, anyway, just to get it out, I'm 39 years old.
Don't look good.
In school, actually, start ko ng piano, and then guitar, pero wala nangyari doon. And then, I picked up the saxophone a long time ago. And I was supposed to go to UP, sa conservatory, but then my parents stopped me. So, parang it was more like, they told me, if you want to end up like your auntie who's a music teacher with no family, no way of supporting, mag-blow ka na lang. So I blew it up the story. So, but when I was in college, I would play with other bands also. And, ayun, and then for a few years, around mga 2000, all the songs, that was the last parang active session na lang. And then yung si Lenny nga, yung original sax player na was actually one of my students. So, he asked me na session ka na lang. So, session with them. And then, apparently, they like having a ego in the group. Which the last discussion they were asking me pala how the band scene was during an original club trip. They were asking me, what was that scene like?
When you started, I was 12 years old. By the way, 20 years old, I just started, like, i-discover ko yung musika ko ng bata pa. But one thing is, there's no one in my family plays music. So medyo black sheep ako ng pamilya. Ako lang yung nagbabanda, ako lang yung yeah, but ever since I started playing the piano, like the first note I played, alam ko na, music, kailangan ko music. This is what I really want to do as art. And then I started, una piano, then again, banyo, kanta sa banyo, practice. And ganda ng reverb. Alam mo, ganda ng yeah, and hanggang ngayon, still playing, and then I have my own band, and I play with them also. And I think it would be a very, very great life to play music until you die. So,
Yeah. So then, vocalist pala si Enzo.
I'm 28 years old. Basically, ako yung music in my life, bata pa lang ako, kumakanta na. Kasi tito ko si Basil Valdez. So parang, just yung mom side rin may Spirit of 67 member, basta ganun talagang. So surrounded by music, pero you know, yeah, I had bands once in a while, pero I got into directing. So with directing, I love music until now after 8 years ba, Edson? A lot of years, we've been doing music videos. Siguro I've directed personally more than 80 music videos. And with that, until now, I don't stop kasi we started there as a director and it's fun. And then with that, parang it just came hand in hand na, okay, I manage bands, I do music videos, I support music, I love music. And they're amazing, so.
Hey, I turned 23 last November. I currently I'm a freelance video editor, and my boss slash mentor is Maui Mauricio. I don't know if you've heard of it. He edited like music videos of Peso Movement, like Paus Mama, and Ramadan music videos, stuff like that. So that's the stuff we do. That's the stuff I do at night when I'm not singing. And sometimes I also host events. Yeah, no, it's a surprise. I'm so awkward. But I try to change my face pag pag corporate events. Yes, it's a face with makeup. Anyway, yeah, there and yeah, basically that. I started music when I was 8 years old. I used to write poems, and I played the piano, but I didn't really continue like so far there. And then I used to be sintonado, like super sintonado, to the point that in high school, my classmates would always try to shut me up whenever I'd sing. And but I tried to keep writing songs back then, but I thought that they were all ugly because my voice was also shitty. Yeah, and then I was asked also a while ago if I had any formal training. I did. I had a lot, but I'm not sure if they helped me so much. There was like the mom of my classmate back in grade school tried to coach me in singing, and I was part of Ryan Kiabiab music studio and stuff. And what else? There was also this pop thing. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. There's this pop thing. And I was also trained in Miriam, and I took this like master class it's for classical music naman. So before siya na Enzo, I was into opera, classical stuff. And yeah, soprano one. And weird, no? My voice now is like, no. No! Baka mabasag yung mga windows. Anyway, next time. You might find it on YouTube. And the last vocal coach I had was Ichi Molina from UP. Don't know if you know her, but she's supposedly coached like people from the Philippine Academy or something like that. And yeah, but they were all. I think the reason why I started taking voice lessons is because I couldn't sing high notes. So my goal was really just trying to hit high notes. And in that, I couldn't really find my own voice. And once I stopped doing all of that, and just dove into the underground world of Enzo and these guys, indie music, I was able to find a sort of niche where my voice fit in the most, and I could break out of my box finally. And yeah, now I'm here in front of cupcakes and you guys.
Uh, 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 24 years old na ako, tapos nag-start ako mag-gitara ng grade 6. Kasi alala ko noon, yung mga higher batch sa akin sa Claret, uh, may, may interaction sila dun sa kabilang school, na Holy Family. So, nung grade 6 pa lang, tinry ko na mag-gitara para by grade 7, marunong na ako. Tapos tutugtog ako dun sa all-girls school. Ayun.
May good motivation.
Siyempre, doon naman talaga, di ba? Tapos, tapos yun, nag-start ako mag-play ng grade 6, grade 7. Tapos, sumali ako sa music ministry ng YFC. Tapos, doon ako nag-start maging member ng band. Doon ako nag-start maging member ng band. Tapos tumutugtog kami sa mga conference. Until tinry namin gumig sa labas ng YFC. Tapos hindi siya nag-work. Hindi siya gumana. So, ayun. After nun, fast forward, nag-enroll ako sa music, USD, Conservatory of Music. Tapos, na-meet ko si Mark Reyes. Tapos, nag-iaya siya mag-jam sa,
Ilalim ng ba?
Sa basement nila. Nag-iaya siya mag-jam sa basement nila. Tapos, kasama namin yung iba pang original members ng Suit. Tapos, sobrang dami pa namin.
Ilan kayo?
Meron kaming 2 drummer. Isang gitarista, six kami noon. Tapos, sila yung nag-suggest din kung bakit Suit yung name ng band. Kasi, walang kumakanta nung time na yun. Tapos hindi ko pa alam na kaya ko palang kumanta. Kasi never pa ako kumanta nun eh. Gitarista talaga ako. Tapos, yun, makapal lang talaga yung mukha ko. So, yun, nag-start kami mag-jam ng mga bamboo. Di ba? Bamboo yun eh. Tapos parang naisip nung isang friend namin, si Joven, na parang, uy, pre! Uy, pre! Ikaw na lang mag-vocalist. Tapos ang name ng band nyo, name mo. So parang ako, hindi, pangit. Kasi usually di ba pagka name ng band, more than one syllable. Di ba? Tapos parang hindi matatandaan yung suit. Parang suit. Tinatawag ko kami yung sad. Ayun, tapos parang, ayun na, doon na nag-start yung suit. Dahil sa basement ni Mark.
It's brief. I am Jello Acosta. I'm 21 years old from Mandaling City. Just kidding. But I started playing music sa church. I was a church kid. Direct contrast to what I'm playing now. Just kidding. But blasphemous, yeah, that's true. Yeah. And actually, I didn't have a very exciting childhood because I was homeschooled for most of my life. So come college, that's when I started playing CSB. Started playing for bands. So my first band in college was Segatron. That was my previous band before Stu. And then I stopped playing after Segatron for 2 years. That was 2 years ago. I stopped playing music for a bit. I stopped performing for band, in the band setting. I started just writing music for like very small thesis films in CSP. Actually, this is very important. This is a pivotal Suit moment for me. I was tasked to write music for a thesis film last year, and then Suit was also part of that group. And I'm just very new to the band. Actually, I'm five months old in Suit, and that's how I met him. And then see Jimbo, the drummer. Yeah, it's a funny story. Jimbo called me. He's like, "Dude, can I talk to you?" And he goes like, "Dude, I don't like your attitude." I go, what? What did I do? But he goes and takes it back and he goes, like, I'm just kidding, dude. I know you play guitar, and I think they saw me perform just a bit. And then they were like, do you want to jam with us? And then after that first jam, that was the history of Sud, me in Sud. So yeah, that's my story, musician story. Hello, Mark.
I'm Mark. I'm 20 years old. I got my first instrument was drums before I started playing when I was 14. But then my brother needed a bassist. Actually, it's rarely for someone to want to play bass. Someone will just not need a bassist. So yeah, I was forced into playing bass. I liked it one first. I like playing the bass drum after some time. And she said no buttons, so I'm
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.